What's up, guys? Welcome to week 3 of our Trek Group series in September. So, if you don't know, next Wednesday, October 7th, we will be in here. Did you get dizzy? So, next Wednesday, October 7th, come up here to the building. We'll be in here. We'll have 9 squares set up. We'll have lots of good food over there. It'll be plenty unhealthy, so you can enjoy it. And we'll eat and play games, have a Devo. So, come join us for that next Wednesday. Also, this Sunday is the early bird deadline to sign up for Fall Retreat. So, sign up for Fall Retreat. It's October 16th through the 18th. Hidden Falls is going to be awesome. If you sign up by this Sunday, October 4th, you save $20. So, tell your parents to sign up for that. Okay, so this week I heard a story about a young couple. They moved into a house. They're sitting there in their kitchen eating breakfast, and the wife notices their neighbor out in her yard hanging up clothes on the clothesline. It's like old school style, hanging up the clothes to dry. And the wife comments and says, "Look at how dirty those clothes are. Does she not know how to clean her clothes? Maybe she's using the wrong detergent or something." So this goes on and for a month, and whenever the wife would see her neighbor out hanging up her clothes on the clothesline, she would always comment of how dirty the clothes looked, and I wonder if someone will teach her how to wash those clothes. A month goes by. They're sitting there eating breakfast. The wife sees the lady out hanging up the clothes, and she sees this time the clothes are clean, and she comments to her husband and says, "Look, those clothes are clean. Someone finally taught her how to wash her clothes, or maybe she got the right detergent." And her husband comments and says, "Actually, this morning I got up early and washed our windows." So, if you have been paying attention, we are talking about the filter that we use to look at God, to look at ourselves, and this week to look at others. The filters that we use to look at others is so important. So, I want you to look at this. This is a guy named Miguel. So, I met Miguel a couple years ago at Dry Bones. We were there serving sandwiches in a park, doing a picnic lunch for our friends downtown, and up walks Miguel. So I want you to look at Miguel. Think about, what do you see? What comes to mind when you see Miguel? Okay, so 4 years ago, Miguel passed away. And Dry Bones, which had come to know Miguel and work with Miguel and love Miguel, they announced his passing on Facebook. And they asked everyone who knew Miguel to comment about their favorite memory of Miguel and what he meant to them. I want to read some of those for you to hear. So, look at Miguel. Listen to how people described him. "I'll remember Miguel as an intelligent and inquisitive man, a kind and gentle soul. He possessed many of the characteristics Jesus mentioned in Matthew 5, meek, merciful, pure in heart, a peacemaker." Another person said, "I learned from Miguel what it means to sacrifice and put others' needs before my own." Another person said, "I have a vivid memory of my young daughter sitting next to Miguel at a Dry Bones lunch and the two of them drawing together. I remember his sweet soul and his thoughtfulness. Our hearts are breaking knowing we won't see him again on this earth. If I could see him right now, I'd want him to know that his life mattered." Another person said, "I miss our conversations. Miguel could always help me see things I never could see for myself." Another person said, "I have never met a more interesting, caring, or accepting person." And then another person said, "I'll never forget the time I first saw Miguel. His trench coat, tats, and piercings were intimidating to me. But as he took the sandwich from my hand, he was so kind and was one of few who genuinely looked me in the eye and said thank you. Then later in the day, we talked about C.S. Lewis and his love for reading. He taught me the true meaning of the saying, never judge a book by its cover." Guys, we know, if you read Scripture, you know that in the very first chapter of the Bible, in Genesis chapter 1, we read, "So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female, he created them. In Colossians verse 3, Paul says, "Here there is no Greek or Jew, circumcised or uncircumcised, barbarian, Scythian, slave or free, but Christ is all and is in all." At the end of John, in John 17, Jesus prays that we would come to know who Jesus is by our unity. The Bible believes that the image of God is in every single person. Yet here's the thing. We know, you know, when you walk into your schools, it's really hard to see the image of God in everyone. We see people that look completely different. Their clothes are different. Their haircuts are different. Their interests are different. The way they talk, what they look like it's all different. And it's so hard to see the image of God in everyone. Yet, as followers of Jesus living in his kingdom, that's what we're called to. So I hope this week in your Trek groups, you'll talk about the difficulty, the challenge, just be honest about how hard it is to see the image of God in our families, in our friends, in our enemies, and those we go to school with. Talk about why that is and why it's so important. We'll see y'all next week up at the building. Sign up for fall retreat. Have a great Trek group. See y'all.